When our universe came to grow, some 14 billion years ago, it created time and matter as well, every millisecond and each cell. Not in their present form, that's true, but they were all there just like you, for the universe as we now see is all that is, was, or ever will be. And as the universe became extended, galaxies formed that looked so splendid, with their stars and planets that had begun, just like our Earth and Moon and Sun. And then when life first appeared on Earth, that life evolved for all it was worth. In time you emerged in human form, and you're now regarded as the norm. But in modern man's early years, we had to face so many fears, for we were naive, uneducated, believing we were being berated. What with lightning flashing in our eyes, and thunder roaring in the skies, with volcanic eruptions year after year, and earthquakes making us shake with fear. With coughs and colds and extraordinary sneezes, pestilence and plague and other diseases, with hostile tribes and warring armies, droughts and famine, floods and tsunamis, microorganisms poisoning our bodies, in fact everything that ignorance embodies, all suggesting this was some angry bod that we then decided to call a god. Small wonder then this ignotism, but recent knowledge brings signs of schism, because what still makes us afraid is now religion, wholly man-made, and with churches adding lies and fears, seeking to control us over the years. So many things these churches have done, just to keep us under their thumb. These churches preying on our weakness, instead of lauding our uniqueness, unduly influencing our behaviour, and all to support their mythical saviour. It's hard to know just where to begin, with vicarious redemption and Adam's sin, the vicious purgatory, limbo and hell, just to keep us under their spell. We are far from perfect, that is true, with so many faults and defects too, but the churches who have loved to coerce have plainly been by far the worst. Only now do they begin to admit that for their God they have no remit. Inventing lies with fervour and zeal, religion is still our Achilles' heel. For we now know we've been led astray, kneeling and praying 5 times a day, prayers that no one has bothered to answer, just one of many religious cancers. With torture and human sacrifice, stipends and simony and other such vice, and revelations they were just a dream, by Bronze Age people left to scheme. For new research, scientifically led, now empties the lies placed in our heads. This totally cruel, made-up fiction was told to us with such conviction, and as much as it may now be numbing, there was no Jesus is no second coming. No point then waiting for rapture to occur, time to use common sense as our spur. For Jesus was no earthly guy, as Jesus lived only in the sky. We've been badly misled into seeing what was only a celestial being, treading not one foot on this earth, no virgin mother, no virgin birth. It was just make-believe, how they lied, for Jesus was euhemerized. Speaking for myself alone, I'm gutted, stripped, pared to the bone. How could they do this for all of this time? So many lies and so many crimes. And still they pursue this sham belief, but at last we can now insist on relief. From bishops, mullahs, vicars and priests. It's got to stop now, just has to cease. And for their own purposes they lied, for For their selfishness so many died, so many suffering, so many more fell, conforming to their religious hell. We've all been made to look such fools, by virgin men with obtuse rules, forced on us with torture and worse, and all to fatten their personal purse. So time to stop fighting over promised land, given only by celestial command. For Jesus there was no ministry, no resurrection, no Holy Trinity. A good guy Jesus, but we've been misled. It's all been fiction in our heads, and what was once a pleasant story, the church misused for their own glory. And as just one example, take full note of Pope Leo X's infamous quote, "What a profitable superstition has been this fable of Christ." Well, that is quite an admission for the Bishop of Rome, some heist. So no more lies and no more excuses, time to extirpate these inveterate abuses.